We can do better than that. I said PonyCon, how y'all doing? It's more like it. Okay, so welcome to the Analysis Anarchy panel for PonyCon NYC 2017. This is gonna be a fun time. All right, show of hands, who's here is familiar with the Analysis Anarchy series? Yeah, okay, good. For those who aren't familiar, you're gonna get a crash course right here. So, I am Team Critical Y2K, your cult of personality. I am the blue team soldier on this team. We have quite a few members of both the red and the blue team here, and I'm gonna actually give this to one of them. We have with us Dr. Wolf.
Greetings and welcome, one and all. I play as the red team engineer, and one of the people from the very beginning came up with this idea, hey, wouldn't it be cool if?
We also have with us Silver Quill.
Look at me, I'm heavy weapons.
You have the biggest plushie out of all of us, I've noticed.
Yes, what sick man sends babies to review with Silver Quill?
to quote Day the Doctor, compensating.
Irma. Now, where's the sandwich?
We also have with us Voice of Reason.
Old Science Celestial! I'm the red sniper for the TF2 Analysis Anarchy.
Silver Quill is also the red team heavy.
Yes, indeed.
And with us, ladies and germs, I am very proud to announce for his first Brony convention ever, and it only took him a year to get here, Finn the Pony!
For those who don't know, I'm the blue team engineer, and I'm very glad to be on this team with all these awesome guys.
So, what we have here, we actually have a few things that we want to show to all of you guys. I'm assuming you guys, of course, have watched the series, but how would you like to see some episodes that have yet to be released, exclusive, right here at PonyCon? Well, guess what? You are in luck because we have not one, not two, but three. 3 episodes for you guys that you're about to see live now. And I'm gonna tell you right off, the first one that you're about to see changes everything.
Which heavy ominous.
Oh, okay, we have a little bit of a tech issue.
And that's okay.
The issue is that our tech doesn't like us. This is the lament of everyone who's ever worked with a computer.
I heard that over there. Okay, but legit though, let's give it up for the tech team in the back. They've been great this entire con. They have been running around all over the place trying to make sure that all these panels go as scheduled and make sure that they can, at least go as planned. So honestly, these guys have been great lifesavers this entire con. Without these tech people, we would just be up here.
We would just be up here like this, projecting our voice to all of you, and eventually lose our voice by the end of this panel. Oh God, why don't I have a microphone?
Well, I'm sure you would have fun anyways. I would probably not last long.
I would probably throw up my voice if that was the case.
Excellent. All right.
Okay, is it? All right, can we dim the lights a little bit? I don't think, no, clapper does not work. Oh, good. Okay. All right. Ladies and germs, sit back. We got about 22 minutes. Hey, we have like a full MLP episode's worth of content to show you guys to get this started. And also, we'll have a Q&A after this, so if you have questions, start coming up with them now.
Now, one other thing that I did want to ask everyone here, in case they're interested, I was curious whether everybody would like to take part in a live reaction that I could record and perhaps post on the channel at some point.
You guys want to be in a live react?
Yeah!
I don't know, that sounds like a no to me. I think they should try harder. Do you guys want to be in a live react?
Yeah! Ambivalence.
No, I'm kidding. I heard you guys.
Okay, yeah, that is not going to work. That is different. Okay.
Can we turn on the spotlights, please?
If you've got spotlights in the back, that's definitely not going to work.
We don't need spotlights.
It's a good idea, but just not working this case. Thank you guys.
I just
Again,
gotta
thanks to the tech team.
make sure that we get a good
spot for everybody in the audience.
That looks like a pretty good time right there.
Now take your plushes in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Yeah.
See, we got a plush right over there.
That is a healthy number of plushies. I'm impressed.
Alrighty, everyone, are we ready?
All right.
Beginning in 3, 2, 1. Hey, nice shot there. You're getting better at this. How are you doing that, though?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a good shot.
Yeah, well, I like to think I'm doing pretty good here, too. It's hard to aim with this stupid box. There's no target thingy on here. Maybe if I get Finn to make me some goggles.
Oh, blame it on the weapon, huh, Toon? That's original.
You know, you could use a weapon that actually fires more than 3 rockets. Ooh, look at me, I'm the Determinator. I don't need the extra rocket because I'm hardcore like that.
Come on, knock it off. We're just practicing here.
We're just messing with you.
Oh, don't even get me started on you, golden hacks.
Excuse me?
Oh, dear.
Never mind.
Yes! Fight, my vectors! Fight for me!
Miss Bliss? Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Bliss.
Not the door! Not this time! Did you see anything?
No, Miss Bliss, I didn't see you playing with your vectors again. God, dang it.
Toon, may I give you some advice?
You're going to give it to me anyway, so shoot.
Next time, maybe try to aim. You might manage to actually hit something.
I am aiming. This box just weighs a ton.
Compared to Bliss's wee beastly of a machine gun, I think maybe you're being a bit of a drama queen.
Well, at least I'm doing something. What do? I hardly ever see you around here.
Hey, I was just trying to help. At least when I show up, I actually hit something. And I've only seen you hit something when you go full Gary Stew mode on us over a bloody milkshake.
I thought we agreed to not speak of that again.
Oh, now what flavor was it again? Banana? Strawberry? No, I couldn't tell because it was all burnt, just like that mane of yours with the stupid little edgy tips.
Oh, I'm sorry, Merida. Why don't you come back to talk with me when you have a decent fashion sense? You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you were copying me.
Oh, really? Copy that then.
What? This proves nothing.
Pigeon.
Lucky shot.
Nope. That's just practice. Something you clearly need more of.
You know what? I won't need it because I'm the better soldier. I'm faster than you, I can fly, and I can send your flank back to the land of golf and plaid skirts.
They're not skirts, they're kilts. And golf was invented in the Netherlands, you ball bag. You really think you're the better soldier? I may not be fast, but I am nimble. I can't fly, but I can at least rocket jump properly.
That was one time, and if it weren't for a stray bullet, I would have won the match for my team.
Aye, but you didn't, did you? You punched it the windy. Oh, look at that. You made me so angry. I slipped into my Doric tongue.
Fine, why don't we settle this? I bet I can beat you at one thing. Cider drinking.
Oh, come on. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, I obviously have the better hat. A drinking contest, you said?
Yeah, you forget, sweetheart. I'm from the Windy City. Hard cider is in my blood.
You do know what Scots are most famous for, right?
Haggis.
Whiskey!
Well, unfortunately, we can't have that here, so you'll have to just settle for the good stuff. That is, if you think you can handle it.
I never get drunk unless I'm willing to pay for it. The next day.
Bring it on then, Scotty.
What percentage is this stuff anyway? 0.0000000.
You got nothing on me, Slassy. 43, baby. Still standing. Look in my eyes. What do you say?
Wait, I want to get some real booze. Where's the rum?
Why is the rum gone?
Mr. Toon, are you alright?
Did I win?
Mr. Toon, it's late. You've been passed out for hours.
Wait, what? Oh, come on, I lost? Every time, she keeps beating me at every turn. I was this close. I can't even beat her at this. I'm not even a good soldier compared to her. Now I'm gonna go home with my puff in my mouth and a migraine to boot.
Perhaps you should...
I quit.
What? That's not what I meant, Mr. Toon. Perhaps the cider is messing with your head?
Look, I joined this team because I wanted to at least prove to myself I could hang with the Reds and have fun. But lately all that's happened is that I've become a joke and I can't even back up what I'm saying anymore. Maybe it's me being cocky or hot-headed, but maybe I'm just losing my edge.
Perhaps, Mr. Toon, what you need is a new perspective on things. Just think outside of the box.
I just wanted to shoot stuff. I didn't realize there was so much strategy into this. Maybe I'm better off with a better weapon than this stupid box. Wait. Box. Think outside the box. Think outside the box. Oh. Doc, I may have an idea.
What in the... Time to break in the rookie. Think fast!
Wait till they get a load of me.
No breaking the fourth wall.
But I...
Take a break.
But...
Now.
Yes, sir.
You guys like that, Sir George?
That's perfect position for you. I remember playing TF2 with him.
What does that mean?
Pardon me, Doc? Why does the board say we have a blue pyro? I've always been the only pyro.
Yes, you were the only pyro. There seems to be an ever-mounting set of issues between our team members, and now we've got Pony switching classes on a whim. For some reason.
Oh, well, that's odd. But you say someone jumped class? We'll just see about that. I ain't having no pony step on my hooves. Wild night?
You saw nothing.
Okay. Oi! Class jumper! What's the idea of becoming a pyro?
Surprised to see me?
Excuse me a moment.
Firebrand, do you hear that?
I feel that. Yep, there go my eardrums.
Yeah, that's what I thought she'd do.
Tim, tell me why I shouldn't reduce you to ashes right here and now.
Well, that's easy. The suit's flame-proof. Easiest pop quiz ever. Do I get a gold star?
Your face isn't flame-proof.
Neither was Maddie's, but regardless. It's, good to see you again, at least.
TK, do you honestly think you can be a pyro? That you can follow the act I've been doing for like 2 years now?
Oh, I ain't trying to top your score, darling. I'm just here for the fun. F-U-N. Favorite word.
Fun. You think the pyro class is all about fun? I know this is a game, but you do realize that using the flamethrower is dangerous, right?
Well, life's all one big game. Some people just have access to the cheat book, which I totally do not have. Nope, not me. Look, I wanted to, how I say, spice things up a bit. And for the record, I have been practicing.
Oh, so that's why some of the buildings in the back look like the bad end of a bonfire.
Emphasis on practice. You know how freaky it is trying to control a flame stream? I've watched Ghostbusters 487 times, and I'm still not prepared for holding a weapon like that. But I beat Maddie, so I guess that's something?
Lame! You don't know the first thing about being a pyro, do you? You're making it sound like it's effortless.
Listen here, Flame Queen. I may be a noob, but one thing I know for sure I'm not is super noob.
Super noob. Logic. Do you have it?
Wasn't in my starter pack, darling.
So why are you talking like that? And why do you look like that? What is going on with you right now?
It's complicated. Good complicated, though.
Oh, never mind. You want to be a pyro? I don't think you've got what it takes.
Give me a chance. I bet you'll be surprised.
Really? Fine. You want to prove yourself? Follow me.
Lead the way.
Welcome to my playground, little charcoal. We're gonna have some fun here. What I'm gonna have us do here is some spy checking, plus we're gonna do some ammo efficiency versus damage output, and finally facing the fire. You'll find out what that means when we... Are you listening?
Yeah. I was listening. We're gonna skip tutorials.
Whatever!
Relax. I got this.
You do know how flamethrowers work, right?
Oh, yeah. You got the flame thingy on the front, the gas in the back, and you just hit this button, and things get hotter than a day in California. That's a silly name.
We'll check your ammo after I go.
Not bad, not bad.
Fine! Face the fire then! Traverse it and come back. Take your time with it. This is a casual stroll.
Pain. Everlasting pain. I didn't make it. I thought I could be the best, but alas, I am the inferior. Tell Bliss, she's still short.
You about done?
Yep, you forget where I'm from. A hot day like this is normal in the summer.
I don't like this. How are you being such an idiot and still doing okay?
Because I'm a smart idiot. Wait, that doesn't make sense. How can you be smart and idiot sometimes? Is that like a paradox?
Alright, that does it. Spy check! Thespiano!
Oh dear, I haven't heard from him since,
Been a while since I've had fresh meat. Gotcha!
My gosh, that is not spy checking! Pyros can't do that!
True enough, but what else am I gonna do with that cutout? It was only like 5 bits. I had to use it for something.
That's it! That's it! That's it!
Oh, hang on. Look. I know I am no level 100 master like you. I know that we've had our differences in the past. I know that given circumstances we can be on the same page. And I know that what happened a while ago with him, hopefully you're not still mad about that. However, However, with all that in mind, I just want to say it's great to be back in the saddle. It's good to be helping. It's good to be helping. What are you all still doing here? The video's over. Go home.
Hey, no Deadpooling! No Deadpooling!
There's one more.
Alright, this looks like a good spot. So, if I'm right, all I have to do is draw the circle and speak the magic words. Well, here goes. Did it work?
Oh, yes. It worked. And quite frankly, I'm not amused. That's your ominous sounding chant, and that's not even a proper pentagram. Where'd you get the design, Full Metal Alchemist?
Well, it worked, didn't it? You showed up.
Out of morbid curiosity, it's very unconventional for a pony to actually go to New Tartarus to summon a demon. Defeats the purpose.
Yeah, okay, fine. Doesn't matter. This is important.
I'll be the judge of that flesh sack. So, what does your heart desire? Fame, riches, girls, one particular girl?
None of that, Audrey, too. You see, I'm part of this team of internet reviewers and...
Do you want me to melt their faces off?
What? No!
Ah, I see. You just want what PewDiePie asked for. All of their subscribers.
No, well, okay, maybe a little bit, but I want something else more. The thing is, I get the feeling that my colleagues don't think very much of me. Lately I've been the butt of too many jokes or insults, and I haven't really done anything cool since my first appearance. So, I want to be awesome.
Beg your pardon?
Make me awesome.
I'm gonna need a little more to work with there. You need to give me details and some specifics.
Hey, if I knew the specifics of how to be awesome, I wouldn't have to summon a demon to do it for me, now would I?
Sir, I'm right here. You don't need to shout.
Oh, great. Just what I needed. You're one of those types of women. Ugh, sweet Celestia.
Ah! Watch your language!
Look, buddy, it's very simple. I summoned you here, so give me what I want.
I'm not a genie. I have more dignity than that. I'm a demon. We work with contracts, details, and clauses. Every lawyer ends up here for a reason.
Offering my soul!
I understand that. But this is a transaction. I get to decide whether or not to accept your payment for my service. I just need to know what kind of service you actually want. Riches, power, horse fame?
No! I want you to make me awesome! You know, 20% cooler?
All right. Look, there are rules here that have to be followed. Otherwise, I can't help you with your request.
Okay, nuts to this. I demand to speak to your manager.
You want to? Yeah, that's not gonna happen if you want to keep all your orifices in place. Trust me, I'm doing you a favor by refusing.
Seriously? After all this effort I went through to do all this, I'm being turned away by an overglorified secretary? You know what? I can't believe the subpar service I'm getting here. I mean, I've seen better management at DashCon. How in the world do you expect to run a respect? Wait, why am I saying this? No, wait. And to top it all off, your getup looks stupid. How dare you call yourselves a professional organism?
In case you haven't noticed, this is Tartarus. You honestly expected the bureaucracy to be in your favor? Speaking of which, according to the official Demon Code, Article 12, Section 5, Paragraph 11, without proper explanation, context, or similar frame of reference, the conduit of the contract, that's me, is delegated all necessary and proper powers to vacate the premises or outright decline the payment or transaction. In layman's terms, I don't have to do squat.
Fine then. I'll just take my soul elsewhere.
Not if I blacklist you! And your chanting was asinine! You were only speaking gibberish backwards! Doesn't anyone speak Latin anymore? I hate my job.
I am not leaving here empty-hoofed. There's gonna be something here that can... Hello? Well, I guess it's not a sin if you steal from Tartarus. Yoink! You know, now that I think about it, technically they are a business. I wonder if Tartarus has customer service.
The number is 666-3845.
Do I want to know how you know that?
No.
I feel like I should press further, but... Nah, I want this more.
Welcome to the Tartarus Hotline customer service. Your call is very important to us. Please listen, as our menu options have not changed. If you would like to speak to a representative, press 6. If not, just hang up. You indicated that you wanted to speak to a representative. If that is correct, press 6. If not, just hang up. You indicated that we were correct about you wanting to speak to a representative. If that is correct, press 6. If not, You indicated that we were correct about being correct about you wanting to speak to a representative. If that is correct, press 6. Thank you. Please hold for the next available representative.
No.
And that is it.
So, fun fact, we've actually shown these first two shorts at like 2 different cons. However, this third short is exclusive just for you guys. So you guys get a little special something here.
Yeah, customer service at Tartarus, isn't that fun?
It's supposed to be.
As someone who's had to deal with Comcast and support, that's the situation.
All right, so we have about half an hour or so. So you guys get a Q&A time. So how should we do this? Should we get them to just pick from the audience or what?
I figure picking from the audience, anyone who's curious, we can try to get through all the questions.
All right, we'll do our best. So show of hands, who has questions? Wow, I was actually expecting a lot more.
Okay.
All right, let's I guess each of us will pick one, so I'll start. You start in the black shirt. Yes.
Oh, where did TF2 Analysis Anarchy come from? Yeah.
You're my best friend as I'm shooting lead into you.
Could you be a pal and stop dodging? That'd be great. Right.
Stop dodging, cowards! Ever since this current generation of MLP started getting popular, it's always been a big thing to cross it over with who knows how many other genres of media out there. And anytime you get to see ponies doing something that is completely outside of what the show would ever dare to do, it's always a bit of a, wait, what moment kind of thing.
Yeah,
so that's part of it. But what got TF2 Analysis Anarchy started in particular was basically, I was in a Skype call with Mr. Josh Scorcher, and we were trying to come up with ideas on what sort of video games that he enjoyed most, and whether we could ever put our characters in them, and how interesting it would make things if we try to grab all these other YouTube personalities. I think one of the very first people we thought of was Silverquill, because in his own videos, it's kind of a running gag that he's always punishing himself with explosions.
Or be punished. Dr. Wolf came to me and said, Silver, would you like to be heavy? Like, no, I'd like to lose a few pounds, but thanks. I was like, no, play the heavy. And here's a dirty little secret. I've never played Team Fortress 2. Guess me again. However, be tall, be loud, get hit by lots of stuff. That's a Wednesday for me.
Yeah, let me just check your resume. Yep, that's everything on there. Yeah, I think when it came to the rest of the team, voice was then picked.
Yeah, actually,
I asked which class you wanted to play, you immediately said
Sniper. Give me the sniper.
Dibs, give me dibs. Then after I think like when the red team thing came out, then people wanted to see more people, so you guys started setting up the blue team, and that's where Finn and I came into the picture. Yeah, Finn, like tell us, like when did you get picked?
Well, it was basically just a casual conversation between me and Doc going back and forth, and we were talking about the Analyst Anarchy series, and he was saying, well, you know, we're technically picking out a blue team now, and it's like, oh, I love TF2, I actually play engineer the most, and it's like, well, I'm not necessarily saying, you know, you don't have to pick me, but if you have a space open, you know, why not? And eventually he picked me, because since I'm the one who loves to help, engineer's perfect for me, so, yeah.
Out of all the classes in TF2, engineer seems to be the most calm and level-headed.
And second to probably the sniper.
Maybe.
Yeah, because nothing's calm other than just sitting here with this huge lunking machine just shooting for you, just like...
Getting into a Rancho Relaxo chair.
Then I was picked. I think I was one of the first few picked for the blue team. That was a fun sort of thing. I kind of had to just like poke around, and eventually, like I got the spot. And I'm just like, oh my god, yes, my dreams come true. I'm working with my senpais. I'm kidding.
That was what Lightning did. Yeah.
That was what Lightning did, but that was not me. I was just thrilled to be a part of it. All right. Other questions? You got any other questions? No, really. Show of hands. Like, don't be shy. All right, here we go. We got some more. Doc.
How about this young lady up front here? Yeah. Take your time. Take your time.
It's okay.
Would you like want us to move on?
No. Let's try that.
Okay. Yeah.
It takes me a while. I'm kind of shy.
That's all right.
Don't worry about it. It's
Hello,
okay.
my dear. Is there a question you would like to ask me?
How does lightning with actually get into the series?
Lightning. Okay.
Thank you.
It turns out that after the initial TF2 Analysis Anarchy with all the red team members, the editor for that project had fun doing what she was doing, but wasn't interested in doing any further projects beyond that, so we were kind of in a hiatus for a couple of months, wondering if we would ever do any other projects. And then I remembered Lightning Bliss had offered time and time again, hey, if you guys ever need anything, I'm looking for more ways to show off my skills. And Josh and I said, you know, I've seen a few projects from her over the past couple of months. Do you think she could handle something like TF2 Analysis Anarchy? And we're like, well, we're not really sure. Let's send her a question and see if she's interested. And from her side of things, she saw a comment from me on Skype, and she was in the middle of a conversation with other people at the time, and she's like, guys, I just got a question from Dr. Wolf, so I'm gonna have to cut this. What are you thinking? What's on your mind? She wasn't sure she could handle TF2 Analysis Anarchy, but we kept encouraging her, hey,
shown some pretty interesting editing skills in the past, and we want to try and see if you can handle this first project. So she did the Meet the Mad Munchkin script, and then we immediately followed up with introducing the Blue Team members, and as we were going along, I thought it would be absolutely hilarious that this alicorn, who is shorter than most other characters, could be the one who handles the biggest weapon on the team, because it's just opens it up for all kinds of hilarious shenanigans.
You had Golden Fox in the last episode lugging around like the thing, and he's like, oh god, this is so heavy. But then like Lightning Bliss at the end is just like wheeling around, just kind of like running around like, oh look, this is so easy. And he's just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Just potential for comedy. That's usually how things turn out. Is it? Would it be funny? Let's try it.
Actually, I remember one of the things when Lightning Bliss came on, we had the brick joke in Finn Short, where she accidentally turned the Girani rainbow colored. So it was. I actually was so glad we got to use that on KP later on in Finn Short.
Yeah, that was a good running joke.
It was. All right, Silver, why don't you pick a question?
We've been neglecting the right side here. So first hand I saw was there towards the back. Yes, sir. Point at yourself.
What are you guys' favorite episodes from all the TF2 guys that
I don't think we're allowed to choose our own episodes where we're the main focus. We have to choose something where somebody else is the main focus, otherwise it's going to be a little too easy.
It's a little biased if we pick our own, so
okay.
That's a really tough one. I'm going to have to go with, oh man. I really like the Faustian Fun Times one that we actually just did. What's the one? Oh, no, I remember the one. That's the one with, where you sent Bliss and Keeper on vacation. That's out already, right?
Yes.
Okay, that one. That one I think is my favorite.
Basically where Bliss and Keyframe go on a rampage because some people kept insulting them for reasons.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am one of the nicest members on the team. You have nothing. I have a 5-star review on Yelp. I'll let you know.
Here, let me fix that.
Oh, you're giving me a 4-star. Okay, you're gonna break my streak. I see how it is.
If I had to pick a favorite, I would definitely go with the 7 Nation Army.
The movie.
The movie that we came up with. Because that's when everything got serious. Like there was very real danger looming over everyone. And seeing how everyone reacted to that danger. That will always be my favorite, I think.
Well, our episodes are like my children's. I love them all. But if I had to choose, actually I can do a funny accent because my favorite was when A and Y thought he had to give up drinking.
Yes, I remember that. That was hilarious.
Because when you can end a video with the German rendition of "We Didn't Start the Fire," and he sings it perfectly with so much energy, and Bliss animates this bouncing A and Y who's he's dancing on my head. There's literally an A and Y on my head. Yeah. That's a good day. For him, not me. He's dancing on my head.
Boys?
My favorite short outside of 7 Nation Army is actually Finn's short. When he first got introduced.
By the way, Finn, how do you burn a shake? I still want to know the answer to that. How do you burn a milkshake?
Very carefully.
Good answer. Good answer.
That is a secret, along with what's under my hat, that will stay with me.
Okay. Alright, Finn, what's your favorite short?
I gotta go with Doc. I also love 7 Nation Army. Mainly because everybody got the chance to shine, everybody had their own funny moments and their own character moments. It was multi-parts, it was a lot of fun times to be had. It was just a really great show.
Alright. Voice, you want to pick a question from the audience? Pick anybody.
Unova, right in front.
Alright, my question for you guys is, when you guys were coming up with the idea for TF2 Analysis Anarchy, did you get inspired by other show creations like Breakfast with Lumen?
There have been a couple of shorts where we have taken direct inspiration from other videos we've seen on YouTube. Like one, for example, is basically where Keyframe or Lightning are trolling Dr. Wolf by dancing to music that blocks the mini gun.
I remember that. That was
It's
a great
directly
one.
based on if you guys have seen the TF2 team service announcement. It's
Yeah,
based on that.
okay.
Essentially.
That was a direct reference to another video on YouTube.
And I know, like, if you listen to some of the jokes, like, we steal a lot from Team 4-Star.
We do.
Josh does a lot of that. Yeah. He loves Team 4-Star work.
Yeah.
As you saw probably one of these shows, yeah, I just completely borrowed from Deadpool, like right at the end. Like, I love Deadpool. I
Yeah,
love
but Deadpool was borrowing Ferris Bueller in that same scene anyway.
Hey, you whippersnappers, you don't even know you're coming. Here, get off my lawn. Here.
Shut up, Grandpa.
What?
Hey? What?
Hey?
All right, Finn, you want to choose somebody for a question?
Sure.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah.
How about the man in the fedora back there?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you guys could invite anyone else to be in Analysis Anarchy, who would it be?
We have received no less than 100 volunteers who say, ooh, pick me, I want to be on the red team, I want to be on the blue team.
The fact is, we have like 2 spots left. One on the red as the red spy, and one on the blue as, well, now as soldier.
Yeah,
So,
soldier, yeah.
So there is no way we can choose something like that anytime soon. It's going to take a lot of going back and forth, and frankly, I'm not in any rush to fill out the remaining spots right now, because there's actually some ideas of what we can do without filling those remaining spots just yet, but we'll see how that comes out.
but I guess though, I wonder though, if you had to, if each of you, I guess, if you had to pick somebody, if you could, who would you want to be on the team?
I don't know yet, that's the problem. I've been trying to ponder this for months and months. I don't know.
Silver?
Well, I've always liked the idea of having the Red Spy be a changeling. And so, right around I wonder if Sketchy the Changeling would be an interesting choice.
Boys?
That take? Not sure. I have to look at like who would be like the perfect fits for both the spy and soldier. But I know, like, one idea I know some of us were tossing around is that British Ninja would play the Red Spy.
Yeah.
But I
He'd
don't
be an
know about
idiot.
that.
I don't know, it could be possible. Finn?
I'd also agree with British Ninja's the Red Spy. Not only for personality, but there's tons of comedic potential there. So.
Okay. I'm sorry to jump on there. I think British Ninja as well, if anything, because I've experimented with his comedy. I've been in a few videos with him. I think that considering we have Thespio as like the over-the-top, like, spy, we have someone who plays it so seriously and so professional that it drives him up a wall that you have someone like Thespio on the other team disgracing the spy name.
Okay. I'm gonna have to tell Will you said that.
Either that or Jasper Pie. Or a few people who've seen Lightning Bliss's lesson with Thespio and Jasper Pie. Yeah, so he's my other. So, yeah, I guess, alright, questions. Let's see, who we got? We're good on time. You, sir, in the back. Oh, crap, I forgot it's in room chat.
Sorry to think that you want your red and black OC to be outsucked by mine at this point. Shots fired.
Oh, jeez. We're working on it. The collab, we're working on it. It's a thing. It'll happen. I promise. We're gonna do it at some point. It's over a year due now.
This is one of the nice things about when you work on a project. I can say this because I'm not the one who asked to animate it. I haven't had anyone asking, so is the collab done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Pause. Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? No. And then you crave blood.
The whole thing about it is like you and Lightning Bliss, like Nappa and Janet. Is it done yet? No. 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 It's done it. Yes. Yay!
Okay. Any other questions? This gentleman in second row here.
Just wondering, how much input does each person get when you're writing the shorts?
Oh, okay. That's the fun thing.
Many of the scripts these days, somebody comes up with an idea and starts discussing it with others in the group.
And we'll say, well, what could we do with that idea? Who would else be involved in that idea? Well, actually, I'd have a lot of fun if we had this character doing this with this character. Actually, on the plane ride over here, Silver Quill and I actually accidentally ended up on the same flight, and just for the sake of fun, he had an idea rolling around in his head, and I thought, yeah, that actually works. Let's try to do it this way.
You could hear the rattling in my head. There's a lot of space.
Is the ratio fine?
Yeah, it works. I'm not off balance.
But yeah, we have a lot of a group. Everybody is involved in some way with some script or another. We may have some scripts that are only written by 2 or 3 people, and then other scripts that are collaborated up to, say, 8 or 9 people, depending on who's involved, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just for the sake of what would be fun, what would be entertaining. Hey, would this lead to an interesting storyline later on? Those are the kind of questions I look for.
Yeah, one thing we always do, like if the person who's writing the script writes out your lines, you're allowed to change it up to have it fit the way your character would say it.
Yeah, like have the same general idea, but put it in your own character.
Yeah. Oftentimes when we are writing for Silver Quill, he'll take a look at his script and he'll say, actually, I want to insert about a half a dozen more jokes. I hope you don't mind.
And then they tolerate me. They put up with it, even though, like, Silver, there's the rest of the video to get to. There's another part to the video?
Look, I know you're Silver Quill, but hold on a second there, mister.
This is proportional to my ego. Yeah. Behold my ego.
Again, compensating.
Silver, you want to find a question?
Let's see. I saw a hand from the young lady with the Pegasus wings.
Oh, how do we all meet?
To begin with.
Okay.
Let me see. I can remember one of the first people that I met in the community, one of the first, was actually this gentleman over here, because he said, hey, I've seen your initial analysis videos. Have you ever done any collaboration projects yet? I wasn't willing to try any collaboration projects at that point, but eventually we did do a review of Mysterious Melderwell. That was one of the early collaboration projects that I did.
That was when I was just starting out. That was one of my first collabs I ever did too.
And then Voice of Reason, he got his start before I did, like even more than a year before.
Alongside Digibrony, Tommy Oliver, Golden Fox, Paleo, A&Y, like the originals, like technically, I guess the
OGs.
The original 6. We got
Main 6.
That's where we initially got started out, and then I think it really didn't take off until, well, funny thing, Tommy Oliver and Anthony C were working on the A Caroline Wedding big collaboration beforehand, so that was like months in the works. But A&Y and I managed to get our Magical Mystery Cure review out beforehand. So technically speaking, that was like those 2 collabs were the first one to say, hey, there are other reviewers out there. Let's grab. And also, not to mention, Gold Fox and Paleo did. Was technically the first collab.
Yeah.
If I remember. It's at the end of season 2.
But as far as us working together, that was actually Alone with Dr. Wolf. The very first Alone with Dr. Wolf.
It's still one of the best.
Yeah. And let's see, Silver, I didn't even know you were aware of my work until at the end of one of your reviews, Twilight Time, you're basically saying Spike needs so much help. Maybe Dr. Wolf can give him a hand. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait a minute.
I wasn't even aware you watched any of my work, so
Surprise!
Then I was like, oh, well, that's a pleasant surprise. I wrote a comment, and then I think we messaged back and forth, and like a couple months later, we had a moment with Dr. Wolf together.
Bronies and mortality.
Yeah.
That was still one of the early ones.
Yeah, I can
remember.
It was all a dream.
I can remember actually. I met you like when you were just starting out, and I was sort of just starting out on the same too. Your collab, our collab that we did on, I think it was Rainbow Falls. Turned out to be like probably one of my favorite collabs I think I've ever done. And I remember looking at like your character, I'm like, are you serious? Like, how is this gonna get anywhere? And now look at you, you're like all the way up there. I'm like,
my ego soars.
Now, as for Finn, the first time I heard about Finn is when he sent me a message on YouTube saying, hey, I made a top 10 Brony analyst
Yeah,
list.
I remember that.
And you were included. I'd be very interested to hear your feedback. And I'm like, okay, let's take a look. And actually, this is a fair bit better edited than most people who are starting out.
And it was all done in iMovie, right?
Yeah, it was like half iMovie and half this very low tech development.
I feel so terrible because from the moment that I saw Finn, I still feel terrible because the first words that came out of my mouth were, wow, how original. I still feel bad about that, but you actually have like a lot of talent behind you, so it works.
So just a lesson to all of you out there. Always put in effort, always try your best, and with luck, your senpais will notice you.
Aww.
And with even more luck,
We have time for one more question.
We have
I think
time for one more. We have one more, and then you want to do your thing. So, the audience voted. What audience voted? You were talking about the audience voted. Oh wait, no, it's that for something else.
That's entirely different.
My bad.
We are very organized.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think voice chooses.
Red Wings in the back.
Red Wings.
Great. It's a loaded question.
All right, so
Let's just do this lightning fast. Rainbow Dash.
I would say the one that I relate to the most would be Fluttershy, if that counts.
I too relate to Fluttershy.
Pinkie Pie, best pony.
it's a toss-up between Applejack and Pinkie Pie.
I'm in the small minority that likes Rainbow Dash.
It'll be okay. Then do you have a question you want to pick? That was a lightning
That was a lightning fast question.
Choose a question.
Let's go with...
Last question. Oh wait, hang on. This.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What's the hardest part about working on the Anarchy?
Hardest part working on the Anarchy
The
series?
waiting for it to come to life.
I think the hardest part for me is dialing it back a bit, because people often come up with grand ideas, and I'm the one who says, well, if we were trying to make this visually work, I think you're going to put a lot of pressure on Lightning Bliss, and I'm trying to make her workload not quite so difficult. And I'm also trying to think how it works in the grander storyline. So for me, it's probably the hardest part just for me, because I'm the one who has to give like the final okay for a specific idea.
For me, you're having a team of anywhere from 5 to 12 people. That the more people you involve, the harder it is to maintain focus and maintain communication. So working with a big crowd, it can be frustrating at times, but in the end, it can be worth it.
Not to mention that crowd is full of a lot of combustible elements and people who have clashing opinions, or they want things done this way, or there's all sorts of like different ways that people go about it too. So it's hard to please everybody. Questions?
Hardest part for me. Hard to say because the hardest part in terms for me again, like waiting on the script ideas to come out, and I guess it's again mostly because I'm just doing the acting. I noticed that a lot of the editing stuff is on Lightning Bliss, so I guess that's probably the most difficult part for anybody.
Maybe we need another editor.
Would Lightning Bliss ever allow anyone to touch her baby? Nope.
That is true. This is like us
This is
basically.
her baby.
This is like us trying to hire a babysitter, basically.
She'll sing twink on this person.
Hardest part for me is probably, I haven't written too many of the scripts for the AA series aside from my own. So I think the hardest part for me is trying to come up with ideas that are not only original, but also can be easily edited, in an easy format, because we don't want too many things like going all over the place. We don't want to make the editor have to do that much extra work, so. Yeah.
What do you mean insert 3 different explosions here and a neon sign behind Toon Critic says Toon Critic is awesome? I can't do that. That's way out of the budget. Wait, we don't have a budget, do we?
No, we do have a budget.
Kind of a budget.
All right.
We're out of time. Okay.
Thank you once again for everyone who come and support TF2 Analysis Anarchy. And thank you very much for taking part in this reaction. We'll see whether or not I can get that put together. maybe come out in the next few months.
Yes.
And for anyone who wants to speak with us directly, we're going to be going off to our own little vendor table in the hallway where you can come chat with us face to face and sign autographs and everything else.
Yes, indeed.